Weekend Grow Mondays, and we are happy to be back with all of you again. We have got three things we're going to be talking about today. Number one, we're going to show you our beautiful organic veggie garden and just talk a little bit about that. Secondly, we're going to be checking in with our good friend Humboldt Rich and finding out about cracking seeds. And the third thing, we are going to be chatting to our good friend Ruth from the new nutrient company called BudJuice, and we're going to be learning all about their two great nutrients, the one being TNT and the other one being Boom Bloom. There we go, TNT and Boom Bloom. So without any further ado, let's move over to the organic veggie garden. So we showed you guys this beautiful organic veggie patch before, just to bring you back. So we're now at the end of winter, we're in spring, and we just want to show you what a beautiful winter garden we have created. The soil is just something beautiful. Just come there close and have a look at this beautiful soil. This is just something absolutely spectacular. I mean, really, just take a smell of that. Our cameraman can also smell that. There we go. So what we're doing here, we've grown beautiful Swiss chard, we've grown beautiful kale. We are actually this is a beautiful special cauliflower that in fact we've actually been eating some of the leaves like a kale. What we did here is we created 4 little gardens, and we basically did the same veggies throughout the garden. And then as you see along, you can see we have been living out of this veggie garden every day. When we make our meals, we come over here and we pick a Swiss chard and we pick a kale, and you can see what we do with our pak choi. We're building seed, so we're allowing it to grow seed, and then we've also got seed from our kale over here. So all of these organic veggies are heirloom seeds from Frenchie, and the nice thing about these heirloom seeds is that they drop seed. So you know, we don't want to swear, but we don't like GMO seeds for those reasons. They just don't drop seeds, and it keeps everyone fucking poor. Oops, not supposed to swear. Anyway, this soon what's going to happen here, we're going to move over from this winter garden. We're going to start again. We're going to till it. We're going to scoop it all up and make it nice, till the soil, and we're going to now plant a beautiful summer garden. So we're going to get Gary back. He's your Weekend Grow organic veggie specialist. I am your, I guess I'm your eater, and I'm more about that than actually the growing, but you know, we're all learning together. So let's move back to Humboldt Rich and learn all about cracking seeds.
Okay, hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Weekend Grow Mondays, here with me, Humboldt Rich, and Myron. How's it, Myron?
Hey Rich, it's always nice to have you back at the green side again.
Yeah, lovely to be here, thanks for having me.
For sure.
Awesome, so today guys, we're going to be doing and starting with seeds and germination. Now, there are a variety of different methods out there for one to germinate or crack a seed. And we're gonna, so I thought that today what would be nice is if we test all 3 methods that I know of, and then we can check the progress of them and measure the different standards.
That's really exciting, because before we just did the water method, and it did really well, and that little baby is probably around this size these days.
Exactly.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with all the other methods.
Yeah, fantastic, exactly. And so we will be documenting each process, and then at the end we can then decide which is the best, and we can have a vote. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay guys, so today we got 3 Northern Light automatic seeds from Royal Queen. Northern Lights, automatic specifically, is a 80% indica and 20% ruderalis mix. So what they do with auto-flowering seeds is they pretty much take an indica or sativa plant and they cross it with a ruderalis to give it a shorter flowering period, and also to allow it to go into a flowering state without manipulating the photo period using lights.
Right, and it's been very interesting because pretty much, you know, when we introduced auto-flowering seeds 6 months ago, we didn't see much take-up. South Africans weren't really used to it, but all of a sudden we're seeing a lot of growers gravitating towards these auto-flowering seeds.
100%, you know, we have seen a huge increase in the market for auto-flowering seeds. You know, these days everything is about speed, and the quicker the better. So this speeds up the whole process because you can be harvesting within 9 to 10 weeks of planting the seed. So yes. Okay, cool. So let's start with the first method, which you guys may be familiar with from one of our first videos, and that's the water in the glass method. So what I've got over here in our fancy jug is just some balanced water, pH balanced water, and we're going to add it into the glass over here. So we'll fill it up about 3/4 of the way. And we'll take our seed. Seeds are very easy to open. You just crack the packaging like that, slide out the film, turn the film over, pierce the back of the film where the seed is sitting. My hands are very clean. You can use gloves or tweezers when handling the seeds. Just make sure that you do wash your hands at the very minimum. And you can see I haven't touched the seed yet, and we just pop it into the glass. So you just push it in there. Wait, let's just open
That
it.
baby's a bit stubborn, doesn't want to come out.
Yeah, it's enjoying its little environment, I would say. Oh, it really doesn't want to come out. There we go. Let's just flip open this. Yeah, cool. There we go. So you'll see it will float around. Some people do have a tendency to push it down. Don't worry about it. It will sink to the bottom once it absorbs a little bit of moisture. The reason behind this is because now what we're going to do is we're going to take this glass and we're going to put it into a dark spot, and we're going to leave it until we see the taproot emerge. So this can be anywhere from 3 to 7 days. You just need to monitor the seed and the glass periodically. Method number 2 is the paper towel and plate method. So this one is quite popular as well. What you do is you take your clean paper towel. I like to just fold it in half just to give a smaller surface area. We then take a spray bottle with, once again, balanced pH water. You can do this using different pH supplements, pH up, pH down, depending on the water, the base water that you use. Just make sure it's nice and balanced so that the plants and seeds don't go under stress. We then take the spray bottle, spray the paper cloth on the bottom of the plate, wet it nicely so that you can actually see that it has moisture, but it's not soaking wet. Okay, you don't want the seeds to drown. Do it one more time, just for good measure. Then you'll take your seed again. Let's see if we can get it a bit faster this time. Crack it open, pierce the seal in the back just to coax the seed out. It really is easier using a knife, so I do suggest maybe trying that. But there we go. There a seed is, so let's move into the middle. We've got the seed over there. Then we take our second piece of paper cloth, fold it over again, and place that on top, like such. Don't push the seed down, just push on the sides. Take your spray again. Moisten the top towel. You don't want it too moist once again. You just want it nice and wet, so when you pick it up, it's not going to break. It's still holding nice and firm. That's nice and moist now, and we'll place that into a nice warm space. You don't really need direct light, but if you do have a growing tent or a growing room, it doesn't want any intense light at all while it's rooting. So yeah, place it into a nice warm environment, and we will check on it periodically.
So this is kind of similar to what we did at school, I guess, as kids, and we worked with the cotton wool and whatnot. And this first system we're putting into the dark, just so that we can recap for everyone at home.
Yes.
And the second system, I guess, sees in the dark, but this little story is not going to be put in the dark.
No, not at all. Yeah. So this could be put in on a windowsill with not direct light. We don't want any harsh temperatures.
And do you need to keep watering this over there?
100%. So you need to be checking this periodically. 2 to 3 times a day, depending on where it's sitting.
Just to keep it down.
Exactly. So you'll just keep your pH water handy in your bottle, and you'll just spray it every so often when you can see that it's getting dry. It wants moisture, but it doesn't want to be soaking.
And if we have beginner growers who are looking for pH water, they're welcome to come down, and we can give them some pH water, I guess?
Absolutely, yeah. We can definitely get you some pH water. Otherwise, like I said, there are a lot of great supplements out there. We do also stock pH up or pH down. Usually you'd have to have a pH down if you're using tap water, just to bring it down to regulated levels. But yeah, like Myron said, we'd be happy to give you some pH water for this.
There we go. Great.
Method number 3 is the good old easy stick it in and hope method.
Hope for the best, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Most of you guys at home try this, and you really only get, what, a 10% success rate?
Yeah, a 10% success rate. But I've heard of some people that swear by this and never use any other method. So let's give it a test.
In Humboldt, what would you have done there?
Yes, sometimes we get a bit lazy and just chuck them. No, I'm joking. Okay, cool. So what we're going to use...
You're giving away those secrets.
Exactly, all of our Humboldt secrets. Okay, cool. So today we're going to be using a really nice soil brand called Living Organic Soil from one of our partners. It's a really, really good high nutrient dense soil and growing medium that we like to punt. So let's test it and see what happens. So over here we'll just fill up our jiffy pot with a good amount of soil. You don't want to overfill it because you want to account for water and you don't want unnecessary runoff. So you'll fill it about, again, I'd say to about there, just over 3/4. Okay, nice amount. So the soil's quite dry in the bag at the moment. So what we'll do is we'll just take some balanced pH water again and we'll wet it down. Be careful not to over flood the soil. Just do as much as it holds, okay? So you can see there aren't really drops coming out, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not bad at all. That's perfect. Cool. So we'll put the pot back on there. We'll get our seed, which is over here. So again, just open the seed.
So this is going to be very exciting because we're going to basically get to see how all three of these work, and we're going to track it for you guys. So as you follow our We Can Grow Mondays, you're going to get to see all the different systems and what works for you.
Exactly, yeah. So feel free to vote at the bottom which method you think is going to be the best in the comment section, and we'll pick a winner. Definitely.
There we go.
We'll hand out a spot prize. So now we've got our nicely moistened organic living soil. We've got our seed over here ready to go in. So what we do is I'll take our finger, we'll make a little hole, just about 5 centimeters deep, about 3 to 5 centimeters deep, just about there. Take the seed, we'll try and position it facing like that, okay, with the pointed side facing down. But if you can't do it, it's also not a major stress. I happen to get it perfect with that one. Have a look over there. Awesome. Cover it over nice and gently. Don't worry if you've added a little bit too much seed or too little soil, sorry. You can always take a little bit out or add a little bit extra at a later point. So then this one again, this one is going to go into the similar type of environment as this. We have a little grow tent luckily. So what we'll do is we'll put it on the outside parameters of the light, and then this one will go into the cupboard. So there you go, friends. We have all three methods over here. We've got our paper towel method, we've got our ordinary soil method, and we've got our water in the glass method.
As I said to you earlier, we got a new friend with Humboldt Rich and Friends. So our newest friend is Ruth from BudJuice. She's going to tell us all about BudJuice and the company they come out of. BudJuice is the latest nutrient company on the cannabis block. They may have just arrived, but they got a hell of a oomph with their TNT and Boom Bloom. So I'll put my mask back on so Ruth can take her mask off and tell us a little bit about BudJuice.
Hey, so thanks for having me. Awesome to be here. We've got TNT, Boom Bloom. This is our cannabis-centric nutrient range that we've decided to launch. It's part of the Flareon group. They've been around for 50 years in the fertilizer game, so it almost just made sense for us to get on board with the new market.
So it really helps when you have someone like Flareon that has been 50 years in fertilizers, and
100%.
so it's just like you guys might be new on the cannabis scene, but you certainly are new on the scene.
Oh no, we've been around for a long time.
And hopefully in cannabis for a long time further.
Well, that's the hope. That's definitely the hope.
Well, let's make it a reality. Let's carry on.
It. Awesome. So now here we've got TNT. This is our magical base nutrient that you use pretty much through the entire growth cycle, and then you will eventually, when it starts to flower, you add your Boom Bloom. So it takes, with these two bottles, it takes your plant from seed to weed.
Let's understand. We're starting with the TNT.
Yeah.
We'll be putting that in right at the beginning.
Yeah.
All the way through.
All the way through.
And as you showed me the other day, we will we'll start out with increasing increments, and then we will reduce it when we move over to flowering and add that great Boom Bloom.
Exactly. So we've got a nutrient schedule that you get. We can download it off our website as well. It's a calendar view, so it makes it very simple for you to just be able to see when you need to feed it and how much you need to feed it. We've kept it extremely simple, so a couple of mils per liter. As the plant grows, you just up your volumes of your concentrations, and then your Boom Bloom, you taper it down again, and you just follow a very easy schedule right through to
lovely.
the end.
So you've kept it very simple, and I love that little slogan you guys are going with. Which is,
it's from seed to weed.
Okay, so from seed to weed with BudJuice, TNT, and Boom Bloom. and only at the green side. Well, thank you for watching We Can Grow Mondays, and thank you for joining us, Ruth. Thank you, Humboldt Rich. He had to leave, so you just have me and Ruth at the moment. And we really want to say to you guys, check out all this beautiful content on Instagram, on Facebook. That's both the Green Side Instagram and the Green Side Facebook. But also, we would love you to go look for the new Green Side YouTube channel and look for the playlist We Can Grow, and you'll see some fabulous videos. All of our videos are there, and we are really proud to say we're at the beginning of a great new phase with the Green Side YouTube channel and We Can Grow. Thank you very much. See you again next week, Monday.